We don't need an intro. It's the same video.
It's the same video.
It is part 2.
It's part 2, Saddest Moments 4 through 1, and it's somehow longer than part 1.
There's so much sadder, we need to say a lot more.
Yeah.
Still
can't read it. Still can't read it.
Kingdom Hearts, dooby-doo. Here we go. At least we don't have to look at their faces before jumping into it this time.
Yeah.
Remember Albedo?
No?
Yeah, I didn't play this one.
Yeah, sure he's the last person.
Seems to know how to have a good time.
Sorry for, right?
I mean...
Well, you would.
Dude sure does cut loose.
Until you find out why he's insane in the first place.
Oh, it's
Remember
Xenosaga.
how
I had no
generate
idea what the hell
limbs?
this was.
Well, ask yourself this. Do you really want to live forever?
Oh man, we're getting philosophical in the top 10 saddest video game moments part 2.
If only there was a bigger cliche in JRPGs.
Yeah.
Oh look, I found one.
However, he's
I have the tornado
only this
help.
violent since he believes
Okay, that
that
one's
other
unique.
people can regenerate like he can. Until his
Ask
brother
yourself
Rubido
this.
informs him
Do you want to have a
that
tornado
they
for a
can't.
head? Well, that's number 3 in the top 10 saddest video game moments.
Albedo
Having a tornado for a head.
However,
Like, what do you do with it all
Now
day?
picture yourself.
we feel
You're in Kirby's
sorry
dreamland,
for him.
and you just got the tornado
I
power.
can't be the
Imagine how Kirby feels as he suddenly turns into a tornado and flies across the screen.
And that'd be pretty cool for the first minute, the first hour, even the first year. But then it never ends.
It never ends. You could eject your star power, but you needed to defeat
Imagine yourself.
fuck his
The
name.
ability to never
That one
die.
guy, not King
Meta
DDD.
Knight?
Yourself every
No, not Meta
day
Knight either. The secret boss. in a
Wispy
bunch of them.
Woods.
No, it's a big eyeball.
Imagine seeing everyone you know,
Dark Matter.
you love,
Dark Matter,
get
yeah,
all around
that
you
guy.
and eventually die. Well, Albedo begins thinking all of these thoughts. at
Albedo? That's a
once.
real word.
To
Wait a
say
minute,
the
that's
least,
messed up.
These thoughts crush him.
See, Albedo may be messed up, but he's a character that has layers. Deep down,
You know,
Albedo
like an onion, just like Shrek.
experiences the emotions we all feel.
Top 10 saddest video game moments.
Number 1, the Shrek video game.
Unlockable Shrek and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
Do you remember when Shrek rode the donkey in a rail shooter?
Do you remember? Imagine yourself, you're Shrek and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 on the PC. Now imagine yourself, you're doing an ollie. But where's Donkey? And then you find out Donkey is your skateboard.
The world would be nothing more
Look at your chest. I love the What? Didn't you just dismiss this as
No, it's still stupid.
overdone and cliche in the first half?
No, it really isn't sad.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, they're gonna show. Yeah, they're gonna show other Final Fantasy games, and you're all gonna say, "Oh, they're all overrated."
Now, what's actually number 3?
Because that's the cool thing to do. Oh, record scratch. Yep.
The number 1 saddest moment is the dog ending to Silent Hill 2.
No! Tita sucks!
It's
Titus.
bizarre.
I don't
As the
care
Final
how they
Fantasy
said
series
it.
got older, its character designs got clearer, but the personalities got increasingly more irritating.
We thought a
It's
long time
hard
about
to
that
feel
graph.
sorry for any of these
Was
characters.
one of the entries on that
Which is
graph
why our
not
next
interesting?
From the 16-bit era.
Did they misspell
Specifically, Final
not?
Fantasy VI.
Meet Saddest.
No, they're talking about
He's a
Kubo nuts.
general of the Gestalian Empire who turned traitor for undisclosed reasons. A Magitech
I love the
accused
video
Tess
description. Good grief, did this countdown drain me?
until she is
Don't even talk about
literally
drained, okay? I
a
think...
charming thief,
Picture yourself.
treasure hunter.
You're just a normal human being watching the top 10
Rope
saddest
post
video game
romance
moments.
appears
Part
to start
2.
And then it never ends!
Unfortunately, Kefka stirs the seeds of doubt.
Picture yourself making the top 10 saddest video game moments.
Then Kefka destroys the world. What a jerk.
Celis is left alone on an island with her surrogate father from the Empire, Sid. Unfortunately, Sid has become ill and eventually succumbs to
You can
illness.
save him, just feed him the good fish.
Alone, without Sid or Locke to live for, Celis decides that there's nothing left for her.
So to have the really sad video game moment,
And
you need to
throws
suck at the
herself off
game.
a cliff.
Well, actually, it's
This is
strangely
surprisingly
really hard to
graphic
find
for
the
something
not
on a Nintendo
like
console at
death
the
fish.
time.
In all seriousness, Celeste's suicide is this high for its shock value. Suicide in video games,
Shocking!
attempts or otherwise, was unheard of before this. The absolute
You know, you
hopelessness
couldn't
and
just
despair that
fit
Celeste
those
experienced.
strange sentences in at the
Wait,
last
this is
minute.
more deserving of recognition than
Can't just say, and they still are?
Thankfully, its
Just
impact
say
still
it?
exists because not everyone
No.
spoiled this moment like Aerith's death.
Note, we realize the hypocrisy of that statement due to our spoiling Celes' suicide attempt. Don't say we didn't warn you earlier.
What? Less than halfway through, we're at number 2.
Back to Super Paper
I would
Mario.
just
What is
like
number
to
2,
warn
Super
you
Paper Mario?
right now,
I hope it is.
Numbers 2 and 1 are entire games that are sad moments.
What a
And so I present
cop-out.
the runner
That is a cop out. What is number 2? What is number 2? It can't possibly be anything sad. Metal Gear Solid 4!
All of it.
Especially the
Let's
part
start
where
with
you
the
break the
console.
penis off the statue.
Play as Snake.
That was a work of art, Snake.
A bit older from the original.
Oh man, I can get back into my Metal Gear LP chops.
I'll give you the microwave hallway.
Microwave hallway is pretty decent.
The old man fight, like stage 4.
Yeah.
You know, from a point of view,
Not
not the entire
Eva
game.
from Metal Gear Solid 3, who was revealed to be Snake's surrogate mother.
That's ridiculous.
Big Mama.
Ridiculous.
Big Mama.
Snake isn't the only one who experiences grief, however. Otacon forms a relationship with Naomi Hunter.
I'll say he does. Oh yeah.
One, she's haunted by all the wrong she's done. And two,
And then she just busts out the
has
oh, I have
and is
cancer!
essentially on life support.
I might as well end it for some reason, even though I've, essentially killed cancer with my nanomachines.
Right in front
And then
of
she rubs it in Otacon's face. It's not sad, it's hilarious.
Every girl Otacon likes had to die. And let's not forget the infamous microwave tunnel scene.
Okay,
This
yeah,
one. You get this one.
This one.
A giant microwave in order
I
to
love the hot butt though.
Even while this happens, his
Hot
allies are also
butt.
risking
It's
their
it's just
lives
melting
in
my
the battle
suit.
against the Patriots.
However, even after
No,
Snake
Otacon,
makes
stop
it
moving.
through and
Stop moving
saves
the little
the
robot,
world,
Otacon. Take a
it
look at my
still isn't
ass.
over for him.
You can catch up.
It
I'm
comes
slow
to
as
light in
hell.
this game that Snake is infected with a virus that could spread and cause a deadly epidemic. Snake has had a harsh life. He's been cursed with rapid aging. His job means he couldn't be with Meryl, who is now married. He can't
Yeah,
have
to Johnny.
children.
Wasn't that a great plot point?
Now his genes are corrupted by a virus.
And then he actually
So
kills himself.
Snake
Please
pulls
ignore
out
any
a
scenes
gun.
after the credits.
Yeah, I already
And
made
does
the correct ending.
Except he doesn't go through with it.
Yes, he does. None of this happened.
Yeah, this part
Snake
didn't
turns
happen.
around to see
What are you
an
talking about?
This is a
was
lie.
His
This was like a
father,
crazy
Big
dream that
Boss,
happened while the
very
bullet
much
was
alive.
tearing through his brain.
Big Boss arrives with a rifle, and Snake gets ready to fire at Big Boss as a result. However, Big Boss drops his gun and proceeds to hug Snake like a father would.
Let it go. My son.
After a lengthy
That wasn't
explanation
laughter, that
of
was
Big
weeping,
Boss's
trust
actions,
me.
how he's still alive, Big Boss says that the virus planted in
Snake,
was
remember.
by another,
What is it? Everything has to go to zero a lot.
except it's going to kill Big Boss.
Remember when you killed me
Big
twice,
Boss already
Snake?
begins to start
Remember
feeling
when the
soft-sided
second time you just lit me on
after
fire with an
attempting
aerosol
to cancel
can?
Snake,
A lot.
collapses to
Giant
death.
robots couldn't even kill
In his
me.
last moments, Big Boss
But you
explains
got
to
me,
Snake that
son.
since the decades-long war is finally over, he should no
Isn't
longer
it strange
risk
I don't
his
sound
life
like you?
to begin living as a
I did
man.
before previously, but now I don't.
Without snakes.
He tries to light one final cigar, but has become too weakened to go through with it.
Those will kill you, you know.
Fucking Butterfingers. God, Dad!
Picks up Big Boss's
Embarrassing
cigar
me even when you
and lights
die?
it for him.
This is good. Isn't it?
With these words, Big Boss passes on.
Alright, what's number 1?
The entire
Just shut up about Metal Gear Solid 4. I've already thought about it enough.
Video game history.
I still got Peace Walker to
It's a
do.
well-written and emotionally
I'm looking forward to
intense
that.
scene,
Yeah.
plenty of character resolution, and incredible father and son. in
The scene still could have been
particular,
sort of
is my
poignant,
favorite
aside
video
from
game
the music that
song
still
of all
sounds really
time.
nice. If he didn't
I've
fall down
literally
like 8
written
times.
essays about how
Bring the
many
time
different
signature
pieces,
back to 0.
a fact owed very much to House Saddest. Supposedly, Hideo Kojima designed this game to be a massive tearjerker, and undoubtedly...
Yeah, he was jerking something during development.
It is so well crafted and real that it immerses you.
Well, I wouldn't say well. What?
When
It's
a
presented
character
nicely.
dies, or when Snake
The game's nice,
experiences more suffering,
but
we feel it. We know these characters. That is a sign that you've made a game for the ages. Solid Snake, here's to you.
My God!
However, this list isn't quite over yet.
This list is
Number
almost
one. Oh,
over
don't
now,
do a
so before
recap,
we
get
end this,
out.
Let's recap.
You're recapping! We know!
Gamma's death from Sonic
Imagine you're a
Adventure.
bird, yeah.
Number 9.
Imagine that you're a JRPG character and you die, yeah.
Number 8.
Imagine you're in a Western game and you die, yeah.
Number 7. The Cafe Romance.
Imagine you
with
had to
Majora's
wait a long
Mask.
time.
Number 6. The final act.
Imagine something, I don't even
Imagine
know.
your horse fell into
No,
a...
no,
Paper Mario.
get this
No.
off my
Number
screen.
4. Albedo.
Again, imagine if you're a JRPG
Number
character,
3.
imagine if you're a
Zelda's
JRPG
suicide
character.
attempt.
And it never ends.
Imagine
Solid
if
4.
you're Snake.
Are we finally gonna get to the Kingdom Hearts?
If this is a Kingdom Hearts, I will be baffled.
Face it.
What is it?
You all knew it was going to come down to this somehow.
I didn't.
Kingdom Hearts,
The
right?
saddest moment in video
Kingdom
game
Hearts.
history
Kingdom
is
Hearts.
Mother 3.
What's this song
Yeah, you
for?
know, that quirky little underdog game with the cute, chuckle-worthy humor, colorful visuals,
I don't
clever cultural
understand
references,
their music
quirky party
choices
members,
anymore.
horrendously evil villain, depressing soundtrack, and family-unfriendly deaths. Yeah, it's sad. It's really, really sad.
And there's a
And you know
cowboy.
what?
Yeah.
I knew pretty
His
much
name's Flint,
most
and
of
he's
the
cool.
saddest
I haven't
moments
played
in
this game.
before
I don't really know
even
anything about
played
any of the
it.
Earthbound
But
games.
even then, their impact hasn't in any way diminished.
Howdy.
The game begins with Lucas,
I'm a
Buzz,
cowboy,
and their
hey.
mother Hanawa visiting Hanawa's father Alex's. Hanawa sends a long, sweet letter to her husband Flint as she's about to leave Alex's house for her home. Gee, Hanawa
Oh my
seems
god, the rest of
really
this is just about Mother
Makes you
3?
care that they're about to go on a long
It's not even nice to look at. I mean, it's nice to look at. It's not dynamic to look at.
trip.
Yeah, it, you know,
Well, what the
handheld
heck is
RPG.
this?
It's back when we were crying with Snake. I mean,
Horribly wrong. Back in Tasmania Village, a wildfire's been started by a group of men wearing pig masks, and in the middle of all this havoc,
oh, pig masks. Imagine you were a man wearing a pig mask.
and it never ends.
You put yourself in those
gracious
shoes.
alive, this is a Nintendo game!
Look at this rage and
Take note on
sadness.
People all
Mm.
across town
Hi-ya.
and getting sent to prison. This is an exceptionally accurate description of a response to grief.
I know, I do that all the
way it's
time.
handled
Me too.
adds tenfold pain.
People don't even
to
tell me when my
already
loved ones die because they know I'm going to spend
jarring
another night in the slammer.
And when we get to Hanawa's funeral, hoo boy. Lucas
Hoo boy.
runs away, unable to comprehend that he has just lost his own mother.
Like, the entire
To
game
make
is the
this
sad part,
worse,
so they're gonna...
sunflowers, a recurring
Just
symbol
rattle
in
off
Mother
the whole
3 that
game?
They're gonna
represents
summarize
Hanawa
an entire
become all the
game.
more common in this game.
Let's go back to
He's
Super Paper
actively
Mario.
trying
Yeah.
to make Lucas. What makes this scene the saddest scene ever is how it's relayed to us.
Well, then just talk
After
about
the
this
suicide
one
attack,
scene, you
we see a
cop-outs.
psychological
Just talk about the
portrait
saddest
of
one.
Lucas's reaction
Yes.
to this. He remembers Klaus based off sensory memory, and all of these wonderful things, these senses, will
Oh,
be
so this is the
lost
one GBA game that
forever.
had the scratch and sniff sensor on the
last
back?
Lucas ever feels
pretty revolutionary for its
is
time.
him cradling
Yeah, I
Klaus's
mean, they had to add a second battery to save the
it's a
scent.
wonder Lucas
Yeah.
had it in him to pull the final needle.
Unlike Metal Gear Solid 4, the depression you'll experience from this ending will probably last. Aside from
Yeah, I
the-
was over Metal Gear Solid 4 pretty fast. I mean, big boss, no, Snake, no, boo,
Yeah, whatever.
I'm over it.
Of a sequel,
Weren't they just talking about how that was, like,
this way.
eternally
Mother
touching
3 is
and will
the
stay with
saddest
They-
you?
oh,
moment
man,
in
look at those
video game
dinos.
history. This game is living proof that video games can be art.
The only reason this is 18 minutes is because they let this guy
Yes,
talk with all the
It
pausing.
is
Oh my God.
incredibly sad.
Give me the bird.
We'd love to really.
Imagine you're a bird! Imagine you're a bird! Imagine you're a bird!
Imagine you're Yakko Warner.